Good afternoon, everyone. We are here today for a special meeting of the Township Council. I'm going to do the opening statement and then do the roll call. This is to inform the general public that this meeting is being held in compliance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975. The notice for this meeting was emailed to the Star Ledger and the West Orange Chronicle on December 16th, 2024. Councilwoman Castellino? She is on? Okay.
I'm on.
All right, thank you.
Sorry,
Councilwoman Geber-Michael?
present. I was muted.
Present.
Thank you. Councilwoman Scarpa?
She was calling in.
Right. She's not on yet, Joe? Okay, Councilwoman Williams?
Present.
Council President Rutherford is unable to attend today. Will everyone please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, justice for all.
So we need to elect a council president for this meeting. So is there a nomination for anyone?
I'll
in
make a motion.
particular?
I could do it if you want.
Second.
Okay. Okay. Is all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, Michelle, then you are going to run the meeting for today.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Clerk. First of all, let's get Councilwoman Scarpa on. I know she was coming on the meeting, so Mr. Fagan, have you see her as a panelist? Should somebody call her? Madam Clerk, can you call her?
Sure.
Council
Thank
President,
you.
she is not in the gallery.
Okay, then maybe she was gonna try to. She said she was gonna call in. I don't know what that meant.
Yeah, I gave her all the information to call in, so.
Okay. Just sorry, I just want to let the public know.
Yes, hi.
Candy. And I can hear you, but you can't hear me.
Okay.
Call to a different number.
What's the last four digits of
What are
herself?
the last four digits of your phone?
4780.
Okay, she's on.
Okay, Joe has you.
Okay.
All right, thank you. All right, bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we hear her yet or?
Councilwoman Scarpa, could you unmute yourself? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me now? I hit star
Yes.
6. It said.
Yes.
Okay. You got me? Okay, good.
Okay, great. Thank you, Councilwoman, and thank you for the members of the public who are in the audience for being patient with us. Some of us are on Zoom, and I appreciate Councilwoman Williams being in the chambers. So if there's any members of the public that would like to make a public comment, we do have public comment today. Just want to remind everybody, it's 5 minutes per person, and we will respond at the end of public comment. Mr. Fagan, is there any, first of all, are there any members in the audience in chambers?
Council President, there is no one in council chambers at the moment.
Okay, all right, then I'm going to close public comment. We're going to move, Madam Clerk, for the minutes.
Okay, so minutes of December 10th, 2024. Is there consent?
Consent.
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 Okay, thank you. Resolutions, Resolution 343-24, State of New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection Green Acres Program and Enabling Resolution for Supplemental Funding Request. I have here, well, Mr. Detiniak can speak to this as well, but I have some commentary from the Chief Abbott, our interim VA.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is from Director Carvalho. Excuse me.
Okay, yeah,
so-
because I saw the chief's on the call. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry about that. Yeah, it's from Director. The supplemental request is a continuation of sorts for the Rock Spring Golf Course acquisition, with the township previously received funding for last year. As the township did not receive the full amount of the request, we can submit the supplemental funding application to receive more funds towards this project until the full eligible grant amount is received, which will take a few years. She said that administration can also advise on this.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask, Chief, are you available to speak? I just wanted to ask a quick question.
Council President, I have a question as well.
Okay, great. So Chief, real quick, so in regards to the carve out, we had originally, there's full support. Everybody wants to support all the acreage. However, when it comes to the clubhouse, there's, always been that discrepancy of, can we make it into another venue? And really to expand upon it. I know it has to be related to golf. Are we limited to if we ever want to have weddings held there or any other kind of events? So if you could speak to that just a little bit, because if we need to carve the clubhouse out, I'm going to ask my colleagues too, if we could look into that. Because I don't want to limit us on what we can do with that clubhouse. Again, just looking towards a facility and catering facility. Go ahead, Chief.
So it's not, excuse me, it's not all that simple of an answer, but I'll try to do my best here. If you leave the clubhouse in, you can renovate it, use it as a clubhouse. It has to support the recreational activity, which is golf in this case. Or if we elected to do the tennis courts over there that are already existing, that type of thing. It has to serve that purpose, but you can have weddings and so on there. If you went up a second story and put hotel rooms, you can't rent those out. Like, people can't just come there and stay. It has to be a part of a package. So if you're having a wedding there, rooms could be included in the package. You could have a corporate event there and have a golf outing and people could stay in those rooms and so on, but you couldn't just rent them out. The mayor has, been eager to keep the entire parcel in Green Acres. If the council wants to create a carve out for potential development and not limit to the things that I just noted, that's up to council. They would have to have a majority of opinion to go in that direction.
Okay, and so as far as I just wanted my colleagues to understand, and I appreciate, Chief, because I'd asked you this yesterday. I just wanted also for the public to understand. A lot of these facilities for venues now, Pleasantdale Chateau and other properties throughout the state and elsewhere, offer, not only with their wedding packages, but like 12 rooms for the bridal party to stay over. And that could also work out nicely with, as you said, with the golf package. So I just want to make sure we weren't limited. If we move forward right now to do something of that nature, that would be not only beneficial for revenue for us, but also just to really complement the property. Councilwoman Williams, you have a question, and then I saw
I have-
Councilwoman Geber
thank
Michael
you.
as well. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Councilwoman
thank you.
Williams.
Thank you. I just wanted to go back to the statements that were made at the last meeting regarding information that was received by one of my council colleagues that indicated that we were not compliant, that we had not received the Green Acres funding. Understanding that that is inaccurate information, but I just wanted for clarity, if we could source where that information came from, I would appreciate it.
All right, Chief, if you could give a timeline on that, please, real quick.
So I don't remember the exact date, but we were awarded 1,050,000 toward the 50%, which is the most we can get returned. We did not receive the actual wire transfer. So if anybody I can't even say misspoke, but anybody suggested or explained, whether it was me or Mayor or anybody else, that we got 1,050,000, that's accurate. That's true. We have been awarded that. We do have to provide some further surveys and different documents to Green Acres. Green Acres claims they sent the mayor a letter by mail, not by email, at some point in the last few months, indicating that these things were needed. Our grant writer never saw it. They would typically be copied. I confirmed that with them yesterday. I would be copied, the engineer would be copied, the rec director and the CFO would all normally be copied. Not only was nobody else copied, the mayor has no record of receiving this letter, and the state can't reproduce this letter. So, you know, you can draw your own conclusions. Was the letter ever sent? I find that rather suspect. But as I said on the conference call with all these folks yesterday, I'd rather fix the problem than the blame. And we're going to get all this rectified, and we will receive the drawdown. And we were also told by the state that there is nothing that should prohibit us from putting in for the 2025 supplemental funding that, again, works toward the 50% balance.
Thank you,
Okay,
Chief, for the clarity. I just hope moving forward that if any of my colleagues have information that puts the municipality at risk from receiving any type of grant opportunity or funding, that they would just come forward with the information and not play, you know, secretly try and sabotage anything that might be beneficial to our residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Are you all done with your questions, Councilwoman?
I am. Thank you, Council President.
You're welcome. Councilwoman, Deborah Michael.
Thank you. So I think that these past couple of years, we've made it clear that, I mean, the majority council, I can speak on behalf, that we obviously are interested in applying for Green Acres, and that we wanted to carve out the clubhouse in the event to do something like what you mentioned, Council President, regarding, you know, either like a boutique or a banquet hall, and putting that clubhouse out to, you know, putting out an RFP, and to solicit bids and to keep the integrity of the golf course. You know, that these are all things we've been saying since early last 2023. So it's not anything that's new. So, and I'm happy that, you know, in the last meeting, I did bring up what I brought up, and I'm happy that, and I asked the administration to look into it because this is what I was told. And so I'm happy that they did go back and investigate it and find out that, you know, it's true that we are missing information that's needed to complete the application. So I am, you know, I'm happy to hear the chief's report. And you know, on that note, we tabled it last time, and I asked that we wait until January 7, the 6th meeting, excuse me, because there's no rush. The application is not due until February 5th. So I will make a motion to table it. And if, you know, there's no support from the 4 of us here today, then, you know, if you guys do make a motion to vote it, I will vote no and wait for it to come back in January. And I will conclude my comment. I only have, and I just want to say that I only have 15 minutes. This meeting was only supposed to be about the ordinance on second reading. So I hope we can get to that. If not, I'm going to have to get off in 15 minutes. We weren't supposed to have the other 2 resolutions.
Okay, thank you, Councilwoman. I appreciate that. I know you have a
You're welcome.
short
And happy
timeline. Go
holidays,
ahead.
everyone. Yep.
Councilwoman Scarpa, you have a comment?
Yeah, I'll second the motion to table it.
Okay, so then, Chief, is there a timeline? Are we good in January? Because I'm okay with tabling it as well.
Yeah, the timeline's February 5th. It's a deadline.
That's accurate. It's February 5th. I did not ask to have this put on. The engineer did, and I haven't had an opportunity to speak to her why she wanted this on. It came from the engineer. The request went to the clerk from the engineering department to have this put back on for consideration. And it wasn't, that was done before I met virtually with all the people I mentioned, our grant writers and everybody yesterday. So I can't really explain why it's on. I don't think there's any harm in tabling it.
Okay. I think too, I think it probably, because of of making sure that we move forward with the grant, because maybe I don't want to make any assumptions on the engineer's part, thinking that, we want to get things rolling, but I'm fine with tabling it. So, so Madam Clerk, if you could take a vote on this, please?
Sure. Councilwoman Castellino
Yes.
to approve?
No,
Council,
no,
to
to
table.
This is to table. I made a motion to table and I guess.
To
I
table.
understand to
Yeah.
table. Councilwoman Castellino,
Yes.
Councilwoman Geber Michael,
Yes.
Councilwoman Scarpa,
Yes.
Councilwoman Williams.
Yes.
Okay, so the motion carries. I want to know it since Councilwoman Geber Michael has only 15 minutes. Should we go right to the ordinance on second and final reading, which was
Sure,
the purpose?
sure. Absolutely.
Okay.
We could do that. That is a
So
priority.
ordinance 2887-24, an ordinance creating a reclassification and salary schedule of certain Township of West Orange employees, setting forth their titles, classification, and salary ranges, and adopting a salary guide and establishing the employee's status as a Township employee under the guidelines of the New Jersey Department of Personnel. Is
I
there?
move for the introduction on second and final reading.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll
Second.
second.
Okay. Councilwoman Castellino,
Yes.
Councilwoman Geber Michael,
Yes.
Councilwoman Scarpa,
Yes.
Councilwoman Williams.
Yes.
Okay, now's the time for public comment. There is nobody in council chambers.
Okay. Do any of my colleagues have any comments or questions in regards to this ordinance?
Nope.
Pretty good?
I move for
Okay.
introduction on second, I'm sorry, I move for approval on second and final reading.
Is there a
Second.
second?
Second.
Thank you. Councilwoman Castellino,
Yes.
Councilwoman Geber Michael,
Yes.
Councilwoman Scarpa,
Yes.
Councilwoman Williams.
Yes.
The motion carries.
Okay, great. All right, then we could quickly go back to 361-24 resolution establishing filming permit fees. So just a little history on this. This was on the agenda a couple times. I unfortunately did not have and had asked to table, and I appreciate my colleagues for supporting that ask. Since this time, I've had time to sit down with Mr. Smeraldo to make comparisons with other towns. I didn't want to go to the recommendation of what the filming committee had asked, because other towns weren't that low. So I hope you all had a time to review this and had enough time to look it over, but I think it's a good happy medium to move forward with as we look into this industry within the township.
So I'm gonna
So-
move
Ca-
for
I have a
I'm
question.
gonna move for the
Sure.
adoption.
No, I have a
of the
question.
second-
So,
Wait,
Council
Councilwoman,
President,
you have a question.
thank you.
And
Excuse
before
me.
you ask your question.
That's true.
It's a
Okay.
You need to
resolution,
have it
it's not an
moved and properly
ordinance.
seconded before you
Okay,
ask your question.
all right, Councilwoman, we don't have to argue today. She's on her lunch. So Councilwoman Geber Michael, please,
So
please go ahead, ask your question.
thank you so much. So I, again, thought this was just for the ordinance second reading. I did not have the
Yeah.
time to review it. And I asked
Sure.
in the last meeting if they can send me what other towns are doing so I could see it, and I didn't get anything. So
Okay,
I would like that information to review before I make a decision, because I know that there
Okay.
was, I did my research on some of the other towns and they were higher than what was in the last meeting,
Yeah.
so I didn't get to look at this. So for that reason, I'm gonna ask that we table this. I don't want to have to vote no on it.
okay.
Because I'm not prepared. This meeting was
so
supposed to be quick for the ordinance on
so you-
second reading.
So you're gonna make a motion,
Right, I'd like
Councilwoman?
to-
I'll
Yes,
second it.
I make a motion.
I
Thank you so
second it.
much. I make a motion to table this for the January 6th meeting.
I'll second that.
And I hope the
Second.
administration can send me the information that I requested, that you were able to review. Thank you, Council President.
Madam Clerk, if you could follow up with getting the information to my colleague, that'd be great.
I'd like it
Okay,
too.
so did someone second that motion?
The Council
To table
President
Didn't
did.
get-
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Did not
whoever,
hear
put
that.
down whoever you wrote, that's
Okay,
fine.
Councilwoman Castellino to table,
Yes.
Councilwoman Geber Michael,
Yes.
Councilwoman Scarpa,
Yes.
Councilwoman Williams.
Yes,
Okay, the motion carries.
I move to adjourn.
Second,
Okay, all in favor?
aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you, everyone, and everyone have a great holiday.
You too, and happy New
Good night,
Year.
West
You
Orange.
too.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa,
Merry Christmas. Thank you all.
and a Happy New Year.